Hey guys, how we doing? It's me, Crazy Skin Dog, here at Castle Combe karting, and yeah, as you can see, we're right by the track here, and yeah, it's a wonderful sunny day, nice and warm. I've watched the morning session, and now we've got some sports cars blasting past in the background, and yeah, they've just finished warming up some karts. Just waiting for our heats. I'm going to try this vlog style. Let me know if you think it works, doesn't work, if you want to see my ugly mug or not. And yeah, it's round 3 today. Round 1 went well. Round 2 not so well, as I'm sure you've seen on the channel already previously. But yeah, we're hoping for an A final. It's got to be an A final. Car number 9 today on the pre-sign up list. So we'll see where that actually leaves me once all attendees are here. If there's any dropouts, then there'll be less people. I'll be a lower number, sorry. So yeah, we're gonna wait for sign on to begin. Got up here early to watch this morning's racing, and that's finished pretty quickly. They're really efficient up here. And yeah, we're gonna update after each heat. I think we'll try and do that today. So catch you in a bit. Here we go then, going out for heat 1. And I was in a lot of pain today. I'd hurt my ribs. I had an x-rayed earlier in the week and everything was fine, but just a lot of pain. And we go straight to the grid then, starting 4th for this heat, and eyes forward, ready for the green light. There it is, away we go. Ash doesn't get away in front of us very well, so we just bump him along, and we're going to try and hang it around the outside by the looks of it. Now we're going to go and follow up the inside, see if we can't get up the inside of Ash, but he gets a good drive, stays ahead on this first lap, so we just slot in and yeah, ready to see what opens up. Racing line on this first lap, nobody making any massive dives, but we do kind of catch up a little bit. Racing line down the hill again, and yeah, first is pulling away from us a little bit here, but I think that's Sam first, and Sam Nielsen, so he knows what he's doing, and we're going to try and, me and Adrian here are going to try and get past Ash, because this is Ash's first championship round, so he hasn't raced against all these guys yet. He's going to take the race 9 and Adrian's going to send it, and that's a nice easy move for Adrian there. Ash hasn't defended that one. He was focusing more on just learning the track and getting some racing experience today, and yeah, driving really well for his first heat in the championship. And yeah, we're going to try and just do what Adrian did to him and slot up the inside of the top corner, see if we get a good drive up the hill. We're slotting him right behind, and then we're expecting Ash to pull left. He does, and then we just send it. He gives us a little nudge up the back. Obviously he's taken the racing line, and I've appeared in front of him, and I shake my head as I come around the pit exit corner there, because I didn't take it very well. Yes, we got ahead of Ash, but we've got a bit of a gap to Adrian ahead now, so it's going to be a hard ask to pull that back in the remaining laps. Adrian's fast. He's an SRK1 driver, so he's definitely faster than us, that's for sure. But we're going to get our heads down and see what we can do. See if we can get involved. And yeah, that nudge from behind, as I said at the start, my ribs were really hurting. I'd taken some painkillers just to get me through the pain barrier, and yeah, Ash checked how my ribs were by nudging me from behind there, give him a good bump and see if it hurts bad. But it wasn't terrible, it was definitely uncomfortable. And it was the left side of my ribs that hurt, so turning right was really painful on this very much predominantly right hand turn track. And there we go, that's the end of the first heat. We take a 3rd place. I'm happy with that. The heat I was in, the people I had, and the pain I was in, 3rd place in the first heat is a good start. I'm starting 4th, so made 1 place up. Let's jump into heat 2 and see how that one goes. So that was a good finish in heat 1. 3rd was a nice start to the day. Heat 2 I was starting on pole, but I had Seb starting 2nd, so this was always going to be a hard heat. And yeah, I was feeling it after that first heat. I was in a bit of pain. The pain really started setting at this point. Quick look around as we wait for the green light. Still waiting. And there it is, away we go. Seb gets a stonking start and we get a terrible one, so Seb's straight up into 1st. Now we're trying to save 2nd, so we get the inside line. And we get a decent drive, they get better drive outside, but we're going to stay inside and we're going to be given space. So that's good racing there. We gave space, he gave space, and we're just battling it out up the hill. We're on the inside, we know how to brake late there, and we get ahead, cover off the wide line, defensive down the hill, and second place solidified for now. Seb has disappeared. He's way off. He's won this heat. There's no way I'm catching him now. But we're going to make sure of this second place. Just drive good lines, decent pace, and I know how to defend here. Even if I'm slower than the guy behind, I know how to defend here. So we go inside line, little bit of slide, but fortunately for me, he's right behind me, so he can't capitalise on that. And we're just getting it good down the hill. And yeah, as I mentioned, my left side of my ribs were really painful. So every time I turned right and my weight leant into that left side of the seat, it just felt like I was being punched in the lung, literally straight into the lung, not the ribs. Yeah, a lot of pain, but it was fun, and I was driving all right, so I was happy. I had a seat insert for this one. I don't normally race with a seat insert, but the extra rubber really helped keep me in place and reduce the bouncing around and the vibration of the car to ease the pain a bit. And yeah, the painkillers hadn't really set in too well at this point. But yeah, we're looking over the shoulder, semi-defensive line, but getting it good, braking well, getting good drive out. Semi-defensive down the hill, just not allowing any openings behind us. Obviously you can see Seb's disappeared. He's clocked out, he's gone. We can't even see him as we come out of the little kink. He's nowhere near us as we come round the chicane here. He's gone. We're going to see him coming down the hill in a moment once we're still going up it. There he is. But a third place and a second place so far, assuming I can keep hold of this one, is a decent start to the day. I went into today just wanting to score some points, and a second and third does that. There we go. We saw how close the guy was to catching us, and yeah, but a great race in that one. Really enjoyed that heat, aside from being in pain. But yeah, fantastic racing in that one all round. And third and second. Let's jump into heat 3 and see how that one goes. So obviously in the intro vlog I said I'd update after each heat in the vlog style. However, they're so efficient at Castle Combe, I didn't have time to nip away and record a quick little 30-second summary. It's just so bang 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 through the heats. Obviously getting a drink and some snacks, but here we are, a second for heat 3. Looking behind because there's some trouble in the pit lane at this point, I think. So yeah, we're just waiting for whatever was going on in the pit lane to be sorted. We've turned the wheel to the right because it's on quite a slope here, and my leg was hurting from pressing the brake. And there we go, here's 5th place coming down. We look forward again, waiting for the green light. Eyes on it, there it is, away we go. We get a decent start, pull away alongside first. Now we're going to look to switch back. We have to leave a wide line because there's always somebody up the inside there, so if I try to dive back on the switchback fully, I'm going to get wiped out. But we've got good drive up the hill, we're going to stick on his back. He's going to look, he's going to go defensively. So we're going to brake early to avoid punting him and just settle in behind. We're feeling alright, we can probably challenge him throughout the heat. As we see, we're starting to get him down the hill a little bit. Coming into the hairpin for the second time, getting that nice. He gets a load of slide on the exit, and that catches us right up. And then again through the chicane, he gets a bit of slide, and we're catching right up the hill. So we're going to look to slot in. Note he's going to defend fully, so we're going to go for a switchback. Don't quite get the space or the drive out, and yeah, it's quite easy to defend here. But we can see sliding a fair amount, so we're feeling comfortable at this point. We're only a couple of laps in, but we're feeling like we've got opportunities ahead. Going to try and hit the hairpin nice, get the switchback. No, he gets as good drive out of it as us, and we just can't close that gap. And now we're too far back for a lunge up the hill here. He's pulled away from us a little bit this lap. He's still gone semi-defensive and then slid at the top, which has just given us all of that time back basically. Coming down the hill, we'll take a decent line, but no, we're going to maintain that gap. Try and just build a decent couple of laps and send it right towards the end. Hairpin, alright, not great. He's got a better hairpin than us that time, and we've dropped back again, so we're falling away instead of gaining at the moment. He's still taking a semi-defensive line and sliding up the hill, so that is giving us an opportunity to get involved again. And we get that corner quite nice and close in quite a bit, and then coming around this last chicane to start finish, he slides a lot and we catch right up, so now we're looking interested for this lap. Similar drive out of the hairpin again from both of us. Through the chicane, about the same. And we're a little bit far back. He's going to look both sides. He's still going defensive, even though we're 2 or 3 kart lengths behind. fair enough, but it's costing him some time there, and we're catching right up, and then he slides there, and you give him a little nudge, unfortunately, which just pushes him on, and that's the checkered flag. No opportunity to get a move done. Another good heat though, good fun racing, and another second place. So we're just a thumbs up there because that was a good battle. Yeah, we're just having good results. 2 seconds and a third at this point is putting us in the mix in the points. Just need a decent last heat now from my worst grid of the day, but probably the easiest heat for me in terms of the numbers that are driving with me. I've probably got the best chance to make places. So let's jump in and see how that fourth heat goes. Heat 4 then, and as I said, this is my worst start of the day, so I'm starting 5th for this one. And however, all of the karts ahead are quite higher numbers than me, and drivers that I should be able to beat and pass. So that's the plan. We're just going to make up as many places as we can. First might be a push, but that was straight into the green light as soon as I get there, and we get a great drive already up into 4th. We're going to stick inside because that's going to push the guy that started 2nd wide, and he's going to go side by side, and then we're just going to follow through. Really opportunistic, but the gap was there. The guy in front went through, created the hole for us, and we just followed it. And we're up to 3rd on the first lap from 5th, and catching the guy in front, feeling good at this point. We're reckoning that actually the heat win might be on if we can just get this overtake done this lap, and then give us 3 laps to go for the lead. Decent round the hairpin, go ahead slides again, and we're catching up. But then as we get through the chicane, he starts to pull away up the hill. We're going to get driving now. We're going to match up the hill, so we're not going to get a chance to send it this lap. But he is going to get a massive slide again, and we're going to catch up to him. And just unfortunately, there's no space to overtake when he does that, so we have to stay in 3rd. But as you can see, we're right on the back again, just straight away. Go for the switch back, don't get the drive, so we slot back in, wait for the corner at the top of the hill, and again we're just matching each other up the hill, so we're about a kart length back at this point, but it's just not close enough to send it, and then he slides and we catch up a little bit more, another half a kart length. And yeah, it's just building tiny gaps, but the laps whittle away quickly here. The heats are really quick fire, really short, so you've got to get the moves done early. And again, he's bad into the hairpin. He just gets better drive out of it than us though. And again, we're back to a kart length gap, and we're not gaining up the hill, so it's just not going to be a move on. And yeah, I'm just not being efficient enough coming out the corners here. I'm maybe trying a bit too hard. By this point, the pain's pretty much gone. I've either got used to it or the painkillers have set in, or my body's just stopped feeling it. So I'm going flat out here. I'm pushing. I've had a good 3 heats. I want a good 4th heat and a good final and a great result at this point. But yeah, as we see again, the gap's just growing, and they're not really battling ahead, which is a problem for me because I need them to battle. We're going to look. No, yeah, that would have been a dive. Tried to straight line it down the hill and send it because it was the last lap. It was never ever on, and we take a P3. Again, happy with that from the 5th place start. Get up to P3 and yeah, take 2 seconds, 2/3, and that was enough to put us P8 in the grid for the finals. So we got onto the back of the A final, no need to try and qualify through any B finals. You can see I'm driving entirely right-handed here because after the race my arm has just died. So yeah, let's get in on and see an A final, straight into the A final. Love it. Hey guys, how we doing? So we've done the heats, 4 heats done. Ribs are painful. You see the last few heats going on behind me. Ribs are painful, but not prohibiting me from driving, so we're going with it. I think my fastest time of the one shown so far was 25.04, so it's not affecting my times too much, so that's all right. Not quite on the pace, but I'm not too slow. Yeah, I had a third, a second and a second, so 2/3 and 2 seconds. Decent lap time. I was top of the 22 points before my last heat, so gonna see where that puts us in the final. We're hoping for low A final, but it might be high B, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's still lovely out, enjoying the racing, and yeah, we'll hop to the final. A final. Woo.
Hello, mate.
Up here. This is it then, an A final. There's the grid filing out of the pits. Obviously we're right at the back because we qualified 8th. The 2 qualifiers from the B final behind us. So yeah, we're going to get down to the grid. see what we can make up. Any positions in this is a bonus really. Ideally I want top 5 finishes, but everybody ahead of me is fast in this. It's the A final, everybody's quick, so it's going to be hard to get that done, but we get there, clean the tyre and wait for the green light. Marshall looks like he's waiting for somebody, he's double checking and waiting. Is it going to go green yet? Holding us for a long time. There it is, away we go, and we're going to get a decent drive. We're going to go side by side with Mark there and get a better drive as we enter the hairpin, but obviously we have to leave the inside open, then somebody sends it on Mark, which just kills his drive, so then we actually get ahead of him thanks to that. Adrian gets tangled up ahead, which gives us an opportunity to look interested. He's going to defend at the top of the hill, isn't he, this lap? Yeah, obviously. So we go for a slight switchback, but don't pull it off. Looking down the hill, now everybody's going semi-defensive down the hill, so nothing on there. And yeah, we've settled in the first lap. Everybody's in the train, ready to pounce on any little mistakes, and just maintaining where we are really. There wasn't much overtaking there, it was really grippy and everybody was fast, but we're gaining on Adrian up the hill. We're staying left, he's had a look, he's going to go left and we go right. We get alongside, and do we get better drive? No, not quite. He just sweeps it right round the outside and manages to stay ahead. Thought I had the move done, but couldn't get the drive from that tighter line to just get my nose in front for the right hander down the hill. But we're straight back on him. Great battling at the moment through the chicane, and we're gaining again. We're gaining up the hill. I think I had a better kart than him at this point. And he starts to go left, we go right, and then he turns back in and we pinch a brake and we try and spin round and we get stuck on the barrier. And that is my A final ruined, unfortunately. Great move from Adrian. He looked like he was opening the door and then closed it very quickly before I got alongside, and I just pinched the brake as I went to avoid hitting him and spun myself a little bit, and then just pointed at the barrier without the space to turn, and obviously then everybody else passes you from behind, and that has put an end to my A final really. But it's still 10th. There's a chance to try and set a fast lap as I come down here, but I was in pain, I was tired, there was nothing to fight for at this point, so I'm just enjoying a few laps, practice, and enjoying some karting on a beautiful sunny day. And yeah, I'll take P10 in this round. It was a round where I wasn't expecting much because of the pain I was in and the way I was feeling. I wasn't even sure, I was only about 60% on entering before I arrived. I did the practice, I was about 70% before I did the practice, and after practice I was like, yeah, no, that'll be manageable. I know there's no damage to the ribs or anything, so it's not dangerous, it was just painful, and I was just aiming to score some points. I didn't want to score 0 points and waste a drop round, so getting in the A final and finishing 10th is great. That's a bunch of points ready for the championship. Hopefully it ends up being a dropped round and I have, 5 more amazing rounds and in an A final every time, and we're challenging right at the top. But for today, at this point in the season, 10th is just a nice solid solidify my position and score some points and get just some points on the board and ready for the next round. Got a quiet month in May, just the one Castle Coombe round. SRK takes a month off, so no sessions booked for a couple of weeks. Let the ribs heal, rest, make these videos, and just get ready to come back stronger for the remainder of the season. We've had a good start of the season, lots of competitive karting already, and had loads of fun, some decent results. First podium, and then we go, that's the checkered flag, we take P10 in the A final, and therefore P10 overall for the event. And yeah, just happy with that as a middling round, score some points. And again, you can see my left hand's down on my side and I'm driving entirely right-handed. I'm worn out at this point, and it's an unfortunate incident, but all good. And Adrian's a great driver and we had a good chat about it after. It was fun, and yeah, fantastic racing. That brings an end to another good round, and we'll jump out to the vlog now. And I just wanted to give Adrian a good racing, and Marshall there giving me some good feedback on how bad I am. But no, it's great. The guys up there, the marshals and everybody, all the other drivers are fantastic. Really fun lads and ladies to chat to and everything. They look after you, and yeah, it's a fantastic day up there. So let's jump into results. Okay guys, so here we got the full results, and we'll start with the lower order. So as you can see there at the bottom, unfortunately for Ash, he finished last. Yeah, he had fun, he learnt a lot, and took a lot of experience away. And he did also manage to finish last and get a black and white flag. Sorry, Ash, I had to mention that. That was a good little bit of banter after the round with everybody. But yeah, no, shout out to Ash for coming out and getting involved, and he'll be up racing with me very soon, I am sure. And then if we go for the 1st to 20th, we'll see that Lee also came along, Ash's brother, and raced really well, finished 12th overall. So that's a fantastic result in his first championship round, to take a 12th place with a 25.36, really decent lap time. So yeah, shout out to Lee and Ash for coming along with me, joining me at my my rounds here and getting involved. It's great to have you guys along. And yeah, then we got some familiar names at the top there. Ryan taking yet another 51 point round. He will get a fastest lap at some point and take a 52, I'm sure, when he gets good. But yeah, 51 points again for Ryan. Chris Ball taking second, another fantastic drive from Chris. Seb taking third, also another fantastic drive. These top 6 were all in the same positions they started the final, so it was really tight at the top, and you can just see those lap times so fast and so close together. And then there's me taking a 10th place, a 25.04. I was happy with that fastest time overall. It's in the mix of the top guys. Obviously only 4 made it into the 24, so I'm around the 5th or 6th fastest time of the day, so happy with that. The spin in the final was unfortunate, but I had to go for the move. Shout out to Neil in the morning. I'm going to blame you for that one, telling me that I need to get a move on more and be a bit more, not aggressive, but a bit more decisive in making moves and making gains. Unfortunately today it bit me, but it's all good. It was a great result, and I had to go for the move. It was on. But yeah, again, 39 points, a good haul of points for the round. And yeah, happy with that. Ready for round 4 coming up later this month. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Check out all the videos coming out in the near future, and see you at the track sometime.